Hello, friends of Komodo platform. Hello, friends of Pirate Chain. Friends of Bitcoin. Hello, friends of crypto price charts. I'm E. Giuliano. It is the 9th of November. Nearly a third of the way in already. This Q4 is just blowing by. We just got started with some new all-time high Bitcoin prices. I'm going to share the screen. We're going to take a look at some price charts. Thanks for joining. I hope you're doing well. The Bitcoin BTC USD pair using the Bitstamp exchange here. I'm on the Get Aurochs terminal. It's pretty good. Highly recommend it. Oh, we're going to need a refresh here. Once in a while, I need a refresh. Did you hold your breath just like me? Because I was holding my breath that whole time. Maybe you're watching this on the 1.5x speed, 1.75x speed, maybe on normal speed. I'm going to get rid of this trend line here that was broken. Now it's the beginning of October, it was broken. We had that recent one that was broken over here, important correction here, broken to the upside, and now we reach higher. But yesterday, there was break of previous highs, which were a break of previous highs here of April, okay, 21st of October there, and now into the 8th and 9th of November. 9th of November has higher intraday pricing in the 68,000 level, but we are now basically prices coming back to retest the previous highs. Let's see, on a daily level here, like a daily candle level, it will do that maybe on a bigger scale on a daily candle level. If we want to look more closely at this, we would look maybe at a 1 hour or even a 4 hour price chart, and we'd have a better idea of this return back to retest here these previous highs. So that's kind of what's happening on the 4 hour. You see what I mean? Is that it will likely do something like this on the daily level as well, but on a, but it's going to show like this on the 4 hour first, when on the daily it's showing as one candle and then the subsequent candle. So yeah, we're going to do maybe one of these as well, whatever that ends up looking like. If that's the case. Otherwise, this is topping here and we keep correcting and doing whatever needs to happen before the next move. But it gets the sense that up is ready. Up is ready, and it's just more of a shorter term time frame that we are retesting the previous levels. And on this 4 hour time frame, we did get into some overbought territory. Momentum was positive. So are we gonna build more positive momentum and get bigger, or even smaller, or are we going straight into the negative momentum? And in this case, are we coming down? Are we going back up? Let's find out. Looks like it's definitely fighting here. I get the sense there is strength to stay above these prices at the 66,000 level, 800 here. So we're going to see right here, this price level, that's the zone that it looks like it should be able to hold, at least on the shorter time frame. Okay, so that's a BTC price chart. Looking good overall, isn't it? And that is quite some action. And I think the 96,000 level, oops, is in play. I just want to bring something in here. So it goes all the way to 104. But at this point, I get the sense that there is there's room to get to this 95,000 level. There's definitely room to get to that 95,000 level. It's just what it seems like, you know. As we start building divergences and all that, the price is going to keep going up. And who knows how much longer there is in this run before the next correction of this degree, right? Which means in that case, so like that 90 to 100,000 level is totally in play. It's just showing up, and you know it varies by give or take 5 or 10,000, but depending on how exactly you play with it, but it just looks like, based on the way this weekly chart is building, you know, we're still in a channel here. We haven't even gotten parabolic yet. Parabolic means we can break out of this channel. Does that make sense? Otherwise, we're just channeling, in which case that's fine, but that's not as much of an impulse. In which case, yeah, fine. Then, you know, then it'll take until 2022 before we're before we're into the 90,000 levels, which is fine. That, you know what, that might be exactly the pathway, right? That's the other thing, is I'm not sure what the pathway looks like. Who knows? There is a lot of potential right now. It's either split between we impulse or we grind it up and then correct. Again, similar to this, you know, but what was happening on where this happened on a daily time frame, it might make itself happen on to the weekly time frame and then have its big move, and then who knows, like it continues into 2022. I'm guessing that's a good possibility. So here we are in June of 2022 right here. So this next time frame is pretty cool. I think that I'm really excited to be here. I hope you stick around and we watch it together. My guess is we can handle this this channeling all the way up. You know, it can impulse into the 70s, but as soon as we start breaking the channel, if we sustain that, then now you're looking at what is going to happen by, you know, December timeframe. That's when the calls for 100,000s of Bitcoin, of USD per Bitcoin, that's how you're seeing that. We're breaking, by the end of the year, that we're breaking this current channel that we're in, okay, on the uptrend. So if we look at this weekly and we see like this, like that's definitely a good possibility into 2022 correcting, but then a correction that then goes higher. Because I don't think we channel to 100K and then dump down as our bigger degree. So let's say this degree of correction would be like if we channel up to 100K and correct and then keep going higher. That would be this degree of correction, would be this degree of correction here. But the type of correction that would happen from, you know, going up and then making a bigger correction that's the same degree as all of this move from, you know, from the whole thing, that degree, which includes the impulses and the corrections in between. It's the correction that corrects the impulses, the overall macro impulse. Yeah, that I don't think comes from channeling to 100K and then correcting. I think that you know, at least comes from, you know, impulsing up to like 100 something, 150, whatever it's going to be, and then maybe even to the 200s. Like I could totally see it getting into the 200s euphorically, and then that could be the bigger degree of correction. I could see that, or yeah, even better, into the whatever, into the 200s or into the 100s, bigger correction, but not to the same, like just still to this degree. Okay, yeah, and then after that correction, you keep going higher, and like really on this type of trajectory, grind. Whoops. On that type of trajectory, grinding it up, one which allows for some impulses and corrections coming back maybe to the bottom of this type of band here, like that over here, whatever. We'll see what happens. Stick around. We'll watch. This is just fantasies at this point. So this is basically the idea, though, is between continuing to channel up to 100K or impulsing into the over 100K and maybe even to the 200s before having a more significant correction. And maybe that correction, if it does go to the 200s, it has to be bigger than this degree. Maybe it has to be of the degree that matches all of it. Does that make sense? Okay. We'll keep watching. Until then, yeah, enjoy. We have other charts to take a look at. So let's get there. Let's go to the KMD price chart against BTC. What is going on here? Just noticing that we are continuing to fall lower. We are breaking the uptrending parallel channel zone here. Okay, it is officially broke. You see that? The daily candle, yesterday's daily candle of November 8th November here, broke down, big dump. That's how it usually happens, breaking key levels. And now we find some consolidation, which the price is still above the intraday price lows here of 28th of June, and is still fighting here at these levels, which is, there's still another negative, a negative 10% to 15% to go before we find the allest of time lows. So there they are. We are not in the happiest of states. However, on a monthly time frame, all is well, and could be spelling this kind of importance of a move. And yeah, we will see how this ends up working. But on a monthly time frame, I could see how this might end up playing out, and that would be interesting. I'll bring out another video specifically with that long-term monthly time frame look using the Bittrex data, so we have all of it, not just the missing portion here, like we have here, some missing portion back here. Okay, so yeah. So the other idea is on the weekly time frame. Well, we could get into that. We'll get into that on the longer term time frame video. We'll go into the 4-hour just to resolve some concerns. So if we look 4-hour time frame, we had this Ichimoku cloud, couldn't really do anything to the Ichimoku cloud, barely got into it, started dumping. So we are now officially below this boxy level. So I'm going to hide you until further notice. I'm also, well, we'll just get rid of you for now as well. And you. All right, we'll keep these lines here because they're the closest to the price. And that's that. So that's on the 4-hour time frame. Well below the Ichimoku cloud now. Definitely impulsing down, isn't it? Looks like it. I mean, look at these red candles. That's an impulse. So where are we now? We are in dangerous territory. We haven't yet built any. I mean, you could start arguing that you might be getting some divergence here on the no, you're not really. I mean, we're not ready yet for that divergence, but it's soon. It's getting set up. We're getting set up for divergence if a turn is coming. If a turn is coming, and here is an important spring, boom, that's what we could look for. That would be great. That would be solid. That would be wonderful. That's all we can hope for at this point. Let the RSI, the MACD play out, as lagging indicators. But it looks like could be getting some move to the upside. We are on the 4-hour MACD technically getting some divergence here. Let's see. Why doesn't it show it so easily here? No, because the price is going lower. We're not there. No, it's a convergence, not a divergence. Even on the RSI. I mean, you could start arguing with these levels, but that doesn't feel right. So gonna leave it at that. Nothing of note on the 4-hour other than the potential to spring. So let's see what happens. BTC is going to make a difference in terms of BTC USD, and that will be what KMD does. But again, when we come with that monthly time frame chart, it actually doesn't matter at this point where the price goes, because we are making lower lows on the closing basis. And so, yeah, in fact, it's nothing. It's okay. It's part of the overall bigger picture here, potentially here. All right. So that's in its own way, it's good news. So even if it goes a bit lower, it's time to pick some more up if that's what it is for you. None of this financial advice. Okay, KMD is always useful on the atomic DEX. All right, so next I'm going to take a look at Pirate Chain against BTC. Feeling good, back above $2 with a bit of strength on the BTC side of things here. Oh, we got into the daily price chart. How did we get here? Let's look at some candles. Well, if today's candle, it's not a bullish engulfing type of candle, but at least it shows some good strong support here all the way down to that 2,800 Satoshis level of previously. So yeah, not out of it yet though. Need to find that floor and continue this rounding. We need to continue this rounding right here. That's what we want right there. We'll see if we can get it. I'm not sure, right? Who is, but at this point, oops. Oh man. There we go. Whew. Everything's difficult, even not just this price chart, trying to turn around. Everything seems to be difficult right now. Let's see if we can get a significant spring out of here, back into this 3,500 level. Otherwise, yeah, we're going to continue lower. That's just how it's going to be. Looking at the 2,400 level then at that point to really help as support. But just on the daily time frame, the potential is not so clear. MACD, RSI. However, let's settle into the 4-hour time frame. We've got this channeling, and this is what I wanted to show you on the 4-hour time frame. Looks like we're breaking out of this potential here, this channeling correction move here, out of it. The issue is that if we get rejected at the 20-period average and keep falling down, then it's irrelevant. Maybe we fall back into the channel, even worse, then we really don't. So yeah, watch this 20-period average, got to get above it, maybe get some resistance around the 3,100 Satoshis, 3,150, whatever, and then try and break out of there. That would be ideal. Like that is something we would like to see, is get out of this position of being under the Ichimoku cloud and start building in some bullishness on the 4-hour price chart. Oops, sorry. So what do we notice here? We notice that there's some positive momentum coming into the picture, moving into green on the histogram, and the MACD about to cross the signal line in order to give us a sign that there's some bullish potential ahead of us in the 4-hour time frame. So that's all I got to say, is this 4-hour time frame is showing us the potential to go higher from here, in which case low and next low, okay? And then from there we can take it, oops, sometimes I press the wrong buttons, oftentimes, then we can take it higher. This is what needs to happen. Otherwise, we're going much lower, right? So the next level that needs to hold is this level right here, okay? On the 4-hour time frame, which is 3,200, which relates to this Ichimoku cloud that's forming right there. Okay, so that's it. Got to get above and hold it as support. All right, so there's your 4-hour time frame, which helps on the Pirate Chain price chart. And then on the weekly, on the weekly time frame, again, there's this waning negative momentum, right? Becoming relatively more positive here as we get more and more of less and less height in these bars towards the zero, and the goal is to get above. But you know, I don't think it's going to get bigger again. That would be really rough. This would be a huge dump into 2022 right here. Okay, so it looks like this is more of the trajectory. Okay, maybe it doesn't necessarily go significantly into the green, but it doesn't matter. This relatively negative momentum, so sorry, relatively positive momentum means that it could be playing out also on the price chart at the same time. And this is a weekly time frame, so it could be nothing special, but it could be bringing the price back up into the 4,000 levels that we need to see before we reach 5,000 Satoshis and start fighting with this previous support area, which is going to be strong resistance at this point, it looks like. But maybe not. Maybe we'll just break right through and then continue playing in this level. We'll see. For now, though, we're at the hopeful bottoms, so we're not even close to this talk yet. We're still in the talk of forming this rounding in the bottom and get out of here, probably only to find rejection and make a second rounding bottom. I wouldn't be surprised. Anyway, we'll see how that looks. The other option is not a second rounding bottom, and just to fight for higher prices. On the Pirate Chain BTC pair. Whew, all right, so we're going to move on from there. I think that is it for today. You want to look at some dollar price charts? Let's do it. A little bit of a candy when you look at the USD price charts. Wow. Okay. So what we ended up making lower lows on the closing weekly candles. This still though, the intra-week price for the July 5th, the 5th of July here, weekly candle was still lower. So we didn't make lower lows on intra-week pricing, but on a closing basis, we made lower lows here, 25 October, 1st of November, weekly candles. Okay. Yeah, so that would have been the 25th October closing candle. But that's okay. Overall, it looks good. We've got a bottom, we've got another bottom. We're looking to hold this level as support. So let us put in one more line, and that's the support line. We're going to make that dark, and you must hold. So there you go. That is the power chain against USDT. And so what is going on now? We have this trend line clearly broken. Okay, so now we are forming, we are definitely finding our new trend line here. It's going to be somewhere, maybe this is it, maybe this is it, right? Maybe not. If it keeps going sideways, it might have to come out here. If it dumps more, it might have to come down here, you know. So we'll see, but for now it's right here. So let's keep that, let's do that. Let's watch it. Let's just bring it like this. Actually, that'll give us a nice pathway and trajectory to say that by February, if we hold this trend line, we would be at $4, okay, end of February. So not too shabby, and that's just a steady growth, which is nice because then you can slowly accumulate if that's what you like to do. It's fine. Anyway, so that's that idea, and I'm going to give it a different color. There you are. Okay, so that's the part. No, we don't want that color. I think we're good with that for now. Okay, pirate chain price chart. Ahoy against USDT. Good stuff. Good stuff. Next. That's it. I think we're done for. Oh no, wait. You want the KMD? Yeah, you all KMD lovers. You want some KMD USDT. Wow, this is messy. Bear with me. Another video that goes into cleanup mode. Okay, so at least we broke this downtrend in resistance here. So that's good. We're still above it, but we are below this Ichimoku cloud and below this key box we were drawing. All right, I guess that's not where it's going to play. Instead, it's playing in between like this level here. Is where it's been playing all these days. Since October. So let's see. We'll see what happens. But these arrows are still valid. It went sideways, so we still don't know if we're going up or down. I think the bias is toward the upside. This is the USDT price chart, so we might even end up back into this channel. So I hesitate to get rid of this channel just yet, but we can hide it. And this box, well, we don't know if we're going up or down. So we'll do that. And I think if we watch this trend line here, start to see that we're still just, you know, just holding it. We're still holding it. So I think we are in a correction that might be, you know, ending at some point soon. And we could find a way higher. I don't get the sense that this is going to be further correction down. I just don't. But we still have the down arrow because it's possible. So let's do that. Okay. Cautiously optimistic for the yellow. Okay. There you go. That's your KMD price chart. Yeah, at that point, we're down here. Okay. That's KMD USDT, and it's looking all right. I mean, big market cycle here, and we're looking to make the next move up. Oh, it's coming. $2 is coming. It'll come here one day or another. $2 to $4. Okay. Let's see. This is the daily. On the weekly, what are we looking like? This one, we're only going to show it on the daily because it really had to do only with the daily price chart. And what else? This trend line, we can keep it. This box, I think we're just going to hide it in general for now. And let's hope all of these changes stick. Otherwise, I have to do them again. Good news is we are above the 20-week moving average for the first time since 10th of May week. So before May, like 10th of May week. That's significant. And this box will get rid of you too by hiding you. So we are now above the 20-period moving average, 20-week moving average. Bollinger Band starting to narrow. Really get the sense that the yellow arrow is ready to play out, in which case, I mean, I'm really looking at $3 here, $2.50, whatever. Okay, but let's just be conservative for now. Just keep the arrow equal to the red. Okay, there you go. Just that's the idea though, biases to the upside. And yeah, we could make more green, could make a little bit of red here and continue green, whatever. But it's definitely small and narrow since the big red negative momentum structure that bottomed in end of June. Oh yeah, KMD USDT higher price incoming is the general sense, but anything can happen. None of this financial advice. All right, I'm gonna stop here. I hope that you're doing well. He's moving around, keeping hydrated. All right, and we're gonna just keep watching the price charts. So stick around and hit the like button if you liked it. Leave a comment if you so choose. Until next time, wishing you all the love, peace, and happiness. Goodbye.